Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel English Literature 101. The topic for today is a poem titled The Last Bargain, prescribed in CBSE for class 8 in the book named Honeydew. Before going into the detailed explanation of the poem, let us know something about the poet. The poet of this poem is Rabindranath Tagore. Rabindranath Tagore, 1861 to 1941. Rabindranath Tagore, also known as Kavi Guru, was born on 7th May 1861 in Kolkata. He was the youngest son of Debendranath Tagore. He belonged to a Bengali family. He was a poet, short story writer, song composer, playwright, as well as an essayist. Though his fame rested in many literary genres, but at first he was a poet. Some of his great works are Gitanjali 1910, Gitimallo 1914, Mansi 1890, Gora 1910, Ghore Baire 1916, etc. He also won Nobel Prize in Literature in the year 1913. He even composed National Anthem and around 2230 Ravindra Sangeet. He was a legend and a gem. So without any further delay, let's begin with the poem. The Last Bargain. Let's first look into the word bargain. What does this word bargain mean? The synonym that we can use for bargain is an understanding, an agreement, or a deal. So bargain means an agreement or deal in which two people agree what each of them will do, pay, or receive. And the word last here would mean final or ultimate. So the poem is about a final bargain. Now the question which comes is that what is the bargain all about? Who is bargaining and with whom? To get answers, let's move on into the poem. In this soulful poem by Rabindranath Tagore, we will come across 5 characters. The main person or the speaker of this poem is a daily wager. Daily wager means a person who is appointed to give services to someone on day-to-day basis. So he wants that someone hires him or keeps him at his or her service. The second character is a powerful king. The third character is an old man who possesses a bag of gold. The fourth character is a fair maid or a fair girl. And finally, our fifth character is a child. The poem is divided into 4 parts or stanzas. Each stanza is dedicated to 4 characters and the speaker is the common character in all the 4 stanzas. In the first part of the poem, we will come to know about the speaker and his meeting with the king. In the second part, the speaker meets the old man with a bag of gold. In the third part, the speaker meets the fair maid or the fair lady. And finally, in the fourth part, the speaker meets the child. Now let us see the poem. "Come and hire me," I cried, while in the morning I was walking on the stone-paved road. Here I refers to the speaker, that is the daily wager. In the first 2 lines, we find that in the morning, the speaker is walking on a stone-paved road, that is a road made of stones. And he shouts, saying, "Come and hire me." He wants that someone keeps him at his or her service. Here the word morning would symbolize a new day with new hopes. Stone-paved road could mean a difficult path or a challenging day ahead. We know that the life of a daily wager is not so easy. Sometimes they get to work, sometimes they don't. So they face challenges every day. So here also the speaker, with the new hope that someone would hire him, he walks along the road. Sword in hand, the king came in his chariot. He held my hand and said, "I will hire you with my power." But this power counted for naught, and he went away in his chariot. In these lines, we find that the speaker meets our first character, that is the king. The king is seen in his chariot and he is holding a sword. The chariot and sword symbolizes authority and power. So the king, on listening to the speaker's voice, calls him and says that he would hire him with his powers. But the power of the king was of no value for the narrator, and he rejected his proposal and he moved ahead. In the heat of the midday, the houses stood with shut doors. I wandered along the crooked lane. An old man came out with his bag of gold. He pondered and said, I will hire you with my money. He weighed his coins one by one, but I turned away. In these lines, the poet says that during afternoon, when sun was at the top, the speaker was wandering along a twisted or crooked lane or narrow path, where all the houses had shut their doors. The speaker suddenly comes across an old man with a bag of gold. The old man said that he wanted to hire the speaker with his money, and in order to show how wealthy he was, he began to count his gold coins one by one. But the speaker rejected his money, or the speaker rejected his wealth and moved ahead. It was evening. The garden hedge was all aflower. The fair maid came out and said, I will hire you with a smile. Her smile paled and melted into tears, and she went back alone into the dark. Now it was evening, and the fence of the garden or hedge was all looking beautiful with blooming flowers. And then a fair maid or a beautiful lady comes out, and with a smile on her face, she says that she wants to hire the speaker. Now look at the word smile. We know that smile is a facial expression which enhances our beauty, and it makes us look beautiful, isn't it? So here the girl with her smile symbolizes beauty. So the beautiful lady wants to hire the speaker, but the speaker rejects her, and this rejection turns her beautiful smile into tears, and she goes away. The sun glistened on the sand, and the sea waves broke waywardly. A child sat playing with shells. He raised his head and seemed to know me and said, I hired you with nothing. From henceforward, that bargain, struck in child's play, made me a free man. In the fourth stanza, we find that the day was coming to an end, and the speaker was unable to find a service for himself. But he did not lose hope and was still in search of it. He at this time was in the seashore, and the sun was shining on the sand and the sea waves in a beautiful way. We can say it was the time when the last rays of the sun was touching the sea waves and the ambience was beautiful. He finds a child playing with shells on the seashore. The child raises his head and he sees the speaker. When the child sees the speaker, he feels as if the child knew him. The child said that he would hire him, but in exchange he could give nothing to the speaker. And to this offer the speaker agrees, and from that day onwards the speaker joins the service of the child. So guys, till now I gave you the simple line-to-line explanation of the poem. But now I would be telling you about the symbolic meaning, the moral, and many other factors that would help you to understand the poem better. This poem, The Last Bargain, is a poem with a powerful and a strong message. Here each character that the poet meets signifies or symbolizes worldly things. The king is a symbol of power or authority. The old man with bag of gold signifies money or wealth. The fair maid signifies beauty, and the child signifies innocence, freedom, joy, and peace. So when the speaker rejects the king, he rejects power. When he rejects the old man with a bag of gold, he rejects money. When the speaker rejects the fair maid, he rejects beauty. So these power, money, beauty are all worldly things. These are things that we always desire and we human beings run after it. And in that chasing game, we often forget that they are short living and worthless. They give us peace and joy, but only for a time being. Thus, these things always create a kind of fear in us. We fear that we will lose them. Beauty fades with time, and one even loses power and money. And the child, on the other hand, symbolizes joy, innocence, truth, and freedom. The poet tells us that we or our soul should not be imprisoned by worldly pleasures, because worldly things are all fake and will go away with time. Rather, our soul should be free. The soul of a man needs freedom and liberty, and his last bargain with the child was the best, as the speaker felt that he was a free man, as he gives up his desires and quest for worldly things, and in the long run he is sure to attain joy, peace, and happiness. So guys, that's all for today's video. I hope you all have understood the poem well. If you have any queries related to the poem, do let me know in the comment section below. And please don't forget to like, share and subscribe my channel. Those who haven't subscribed my channel yet, please do like, share and subscribe it, and don't forget to hit the bell icon for further updates. Thank you.